Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Prerna, currently studying in BCA second semester. This is the small video based on the data structures using C. Nowadays, data structure plays a very important role in the computer science world because whatever we are working with the computer, it is completely depends upon the data, how the data is stored, searched, sorted, and also deleted in the computer. It is need to learn all these facts because we are using computers. And also, data structure is the complex subject in the computer science field. But according to me, if you are going to learn data structure with the C language, it is very easiest because C is very easiest and user friendly language. Okay, now I want to explain sorting technique in the data structure. Sorting means arranging the data items in a particular order. It may be ascending or descending. It is need to arrange the data items in a particular order for the purpose of easy to access. Now I want to explain about bubble sort. Bubble sort is one of the sorting algorithm in the wide variety of sorting techniques. Currently, we are seeing many types in the sorting algorithm such as insertion sort, selection sort, merge sort, and also bubble sort. In all of these, bubble sort is also one of the sorting technique. Bubble sort is simple sorting algorithm commonly used to sort elements in a list or array. Comparison to all sorting techniques like merge sort, selection sort, insertion sort, bubble sort is very easiest. Commonly, we are using to sort the elements in a particular order. Bubble sort is also called as comparison sort because it just simply compares the current item with the next item and swaps it if it is greater or lesser depending on condition. Bubble sort compares two adjacent elements and swaps them until they are in the given perfect order. All mechanism hidden in the bubble sort is swapping only. It means exchanging of the elements only. This is the small introduction about the bubble sort. Now let's see how the mechanism works inside the bubble sort by taking five elements such as 5, 1, 4, 2, and 8. All these data items are in the array structure, but they are not in the sorted array. So, to make this array structure in the sorted order, I am using bubble sort. Now, let's compare first two elements such as 5 and 1. 1 is lesser than 5 or 5 is greater than 1. So we need to exchange these two elements because we are going to sort the array in ascending order. After exchanging the element, one element comes in the 0th position and 5 comes in the first position. Next, compares the element 5 and 4. It is need to exchange these two elements also. This swapping process continues until the each element in the particular order. It takes n minus 1 passes. In this image, let's see the third pass in the last step. In this step, all the elements are sorted. Let's see, for our first element is in the zeroth position, that is 1 and 2, 4, 5, 8. See all these elements. These are all in the given perfect order, that is in the ascending order. By using the sorting technique of the bubble sort, we are arranged the all the elements in particular order. This is the mechanism of bubble sort. Now let's see what is the program for this bubble sort and what is the mechanism hidden in the program, or how we are written the code for this bubble sort. In program, we are starting first line with a hash include stdio.h. This is the header file, and second step is int main or void main. This is the main function. After completion of this main function, we are open the brace. In the third line, we are declaring the array name with a size, and we are declaring two loop variables I and j, and swaps as a temporary variable, and n variable for the enter the number of elements. In next fourth line, we are using printf statement. This printf statement is used for print the statements in the screen. So we are printing the statement like for we say user to enter the number of elements. It means how many elements user wants to enter. He must before he must enter the number of elements. And next sixth line, we are saying to enter the elements. For entering the elements, we need loop, because we are entering number of elements, we are not entering one element. So we are starting loop with 0 and check the condition like I is less than n. It means 0 is less than n nothing but a number of elements. And next we are, if the condition is true, it will comes to the inside the loop and it takes the each element. And again I is incremented and I is check the condition, and this process continues if the condition is fails. Logic of the program starts with ninth line. So we are taking two loop variables I and j, I for the number of passes and j for the number of comparisons. So we start the loop variable with 0 and check the condition with I less than n minus 1. And next we are taking inside the another loop, that is j loop. Start the j loop with a 0 and check the condition j is less than n minus 1. In this condition is true, it will comes inside the loop, and again it checks the if condition. In if condition, array is array of j is greater than array of j plus 1. It means array of first element is greater than in array second element. If first element is greater than the second element in temporary variable, that is swap is a temporary variable, in that variable we are storing the first element. Now the first element is stored in the swap variable. So in the position of first element is empty. So in the first position we are storing the next element. So next element position is also empty. So in array of j plus 1, it means next element position that is empty. In that place, we are storing the whatever the element is temporary variable that is stored in the swap variable. By exchanging the elements in these variables, the two elements are the swapped and they are in the given perfect order. After the exchanging of all these elements, all the elements are in the given perfect order. So it is the need to display how the elements are sorted. So finally we display the one of the printf statement, and that contains the sorted array. Elements are, and for the displaying purpose we are also using loop for loop, and finally, we are displaying the all the array elements which are in the given perfect order. This is the logic of program. Now I want to trace the program. According to program, we start to trace the application. So first one, enter the number of elements. How many number of the elements user want to enter, that will be entered. And next one, enter the elements. Based on the condition, we need to enter the array elements. For entering the elements, we take loop because it is array. Condition is like this. For starting the I loop variable with 0, and condition is like I is less than n after increment the I variable. Now check the condition. So we are starting the I loop variable with the 0. So n is 3. 0 is less than 3. Yes, it is true. So it is true in the position of a of I. A of I nothing but we are starting a I loop variable with 0. So in the place of a of 0, it means in the first position we are entering the 19 element. Next, we increment the I loop variable. It means I plus plus. I plus plus. Now I is equal to 1. In previous condition, it is in the 0. Now we are incrementing this variable. So I is equal to 1. Now check the condition. 1 is less than 3. Yes, it is true. So in the position of second position, means A of one position, we are entering the 12 element. Next again we increase the I loop variable. Now I plus plus. It becomes 2. 2 is less than 3. Yes, it is true. In the again condition is true. So in the place of A of 2 position, we are entering the 6th element. Okay, again we increment the loop variable I plus plus. I plus plus is equal to 3. 3 is less than 3. False. It is false. So it comes out of the loop. This completes the entering of elements. Based on the condition, where condition is checked. If the condition is true, we are entering the elements. Okay, we are completed for entering the elements. Now let's see this rows and columns, array rows and array columns. In A of 0 position, we are entering the 19 element, and A of 1 position, we are entering the 12 element, and A of 2 position, we are entering the 6 element. Just A is the name of the array, and the 0, 1, 2 are the position of the array elements. Okay, this completes entering of elements. Now we are going to explain about logic of the program. Okay, now we need two loops. I loop for number of passes and j loop for number of comparisons. According to logic of program, we start to trace the application. So start I is equal to 0 and compares I less than n minus 1. So 0 is less than 2. Yes, it is true. And next it comes inside the j loop variable. Okay. Okay, j is equal to 0. J is less than n minus 1. Okay. 0 is less than 2. Yes, true. Now check the condition. So condition is like that. If A of j is greater than A of j plus 1, it means first element is greater than the second element. Okay, A of 0 position, we are storing the 19 element. In A of 1 position, we are storing the 12 element. 19 is greater than 12? Yes, it is true. So, condition is true. Now, exchange the elements. So, for exchanging the elements, we are taking the temporary variable t. In t, we are storing the 19 element. And we are storing the 19 element. Now the first element position is empty. So we are storing the, in A of 0th position, we are storing the 12 element. And now the first position is empty. So in the place of A of 1 position, we are storing the 19 element. This completes the exchanging of elements. Next, we increase the j loop. So j is equal to 1, j is less than n minus 1 is less than 2. Yes, it is true. Again, check the condition. So condition is like that a of j is greater than a of j plus 1. It means 19 element is greater than 6. Yes, it is true. Yes, exchange the elements. In temporary variable, we are again storing the 19, and in the A of 1 position, we are storing the 6 element, and in A of 2 position, we are storing the 19 element. So again we increase the j loop. J is equal to 2. 2 is less than 2. It is false. Now j loop fails and comes out of the loop. So after completion of the first pass, some elements are in the sorted array. Now let's see, in 0th position 12 element is there, and first element in 6 element is there, and second position 19 element is there. And next, now we increase the I loop. So I is equal to 1. 1 is less than 2. Yes, it is true. And again, j is equal to 0. J is less than n minus 1. It means 0 is less than 2. It is also true. Again, check the condition. It means in the a of j is greater than a of j plus 1. Means a of j is nothing but a of j. It means we are starting the loop variable with 0. 12 is greater than 6. Yes. Okay. Exchange the elements. In 0th position, we are storing 6 element, and in first position, we are storing 12 element. So now let's see these array structure. In 0th position, we are storing 6 element, and in first position, we are storing 12 element, and second position 19 element is present here. Okay, now again increase the j loop. Now j is equal to 1. So 1 is less than 2. It is true. Now check the condition. 12 is greater than 19. It is false. So it is false. Now increase, again we increase j loop. So j is equal to 2. 2 is less than 2. It is false. Now j loop is fails. Now increase I loop. I plus plus. I is equal to 2. Check the condition. 2 is less than 2. It is false. Now I loop is also fails. Now all the elements are in sorted. Finally, all elements comes in the perfect order. This is the small explanation about the bubble sort. Thank you for everyone for watching my video. Thank you.